parasite communes with Lae'zel's. Her heart races as she learns of the events inside the astral prism.
Orpheus, Gith's only son. He lives. It is not the Geich visitor that Vlaakith would destroy. It is Orpheus, the traitor prince, the Laxarai. He sought Vlaakith's head in a Geich ploy for her throne. Listen close. The Emperor spoke only in half-truths. For you to know the tale of Orpheus, you must know the tale of Gith and of Vlaakith. Long ago, when we rose up against our Geich slavers, Mother Gith made for the Hells to secure an alliance with the Archdevil Tiamat. Tiamat gifted the Githyanki our red dragons. Gith remained in the Hells, and Tiamat's envoy proclaimed Vlaakith our ruler. The first Vlaakith of many. It is Vlaakith 157 whom my people now call Queen. Our current Vlaakith has claimed undeath and reigned for 1,000 years. But it was the first whom Orpheus tried to slay. Orpheus is Gith's renegade spawn. A Geich thrall who would return us to our slavers. He convinced his own mother's honor guard to join a coup against Vlaakith I. He would have fed our empire to the Illithids had he succeeded. It was Kithrak Voss himself who slayed the prince in vicious battle. Or so the Varshas teach us. Yet the traitor's with us, controlled by that repugnant Illithid. Should Orpheus go free, he would hand Vlaakith's dominion to his Geich masters. The astral plane would be first to fall. The others would soon follow. Entirely. Vlaakith Karsivim Hrathkrashet. Only in Vlaakith may we find light. This is the creed. I will not abandon all 10,000 protocols over one sovereign secret. We find a way to enter the prism and slay Orpheus. He is a Geich puppet cloaked in Githyanki skin, and the most powerful mind master known to my people. One word from his scheming lips and the people would doubt. 2 words and they would rage. 3 words and they would bow to the false prince. The Githyanki would be slaves once more, and one by one, the plains would fall to the Geich. The spirits of the fallen be my witness. I will find the means of reaching the prince through his domed prison. And when I return to the astral prism, I will slay him in the name of the undying Queen Vlaakith. It also promises to break us beyond repair. This ossified parasite does not make us more, but less. Do you not feel the cold where once there was heat? The void where your soul once resided? I can feel them. The might, the vigor, the possibilities. The Elder Brain could be the harbinger of the grand design and the doom of the Githyanki. The end time of the 16 planes will be upon us, and the Astral would be the first to fall. Very well. I will accept what this damnable Geich has to offer. Vlaakith Karsivim Hrathkrashet.
So, there's been a mind flayer inside the artifact, or astral prism, the whole time we've had it. Sounds like utter madness, even though I've seen it with my own eyes. The more I learn, the less I understand just why I was sent to retrieve that thing. But it matters little now. Lady Shah has given me a new mission, and the prism plays no part in it. In fact, it seems like the Mother Superior's concern alone, and she has strayed from the Dark Lady. She will be in for a rude awakening when I finally stand before her again. But I digress. Did you want something? On one hand, they seem useful. But on the other hand, or perhaps tentacle before long, we know where they're coming from, and what lies at the end of that path. I never expected ceremorphosis to be tempting. I think we should resist these powers. There's simply too many unknowns for us to risk it. Well, perhaps you have a point. Fine. Let's explore these powers then. I just hope we don't come to regret it.
If you have business to conclude before we march, have it done. The road to Baldur's Gate is long, and the city needs us.
You wish to consult me? I take no pleasure in his passing. Whatever faults he may have had, Ketheric was a great leader. Of course. He ruled Moonrise for centuries. That in itself deserves respect. I believe he was an honorable man, but the gods used him as their plaything. First Shah and her sister, then the three behind the Absolute. I sympathize. It is a sharp mind that feels sympathy for one who suffers unnecessarily, not a soft heart. I saw strength in Ketheric that had been diluted by pain, but I will never forgive him for handing me to Orin. For that, I hope Merkel hollows out his bones and lets them be dust. We will need every advantage to survive the battles that are to come. And my illithid parasite has already shown its worth. If this superior tadpole is capable of unlocking my mind's full potential, it is a tempting proposition. Its influence on you is plain to see. You are sublime. I will be unstoppable.
Life pulses from within. The parasite's thoughts whisper at the edge of your mind. It wants to share itself with you. It wants to be let in.
Go on. Don't be afraid. It only wants to help you evolve.
A coldness seeps through your veins as the tadpole awakens. Its yearning almost unbearable. Your mind is a veritable feast. The tadpole's essence courses through you. Where it touches, your flesh, glands, organs contract and flood with pure thought. You feel different. Your body has never felt more connected. Your mind present in every flex of a joint or muscle.
Perhaps, once the others see what you can do, they will consider trying it for themselves.
You wish to consult me?
Whew. Quite the rug pull, eh? A mind flayer manipulating us this whole time. Such creatures are not to be trusted as a general rule, though this one does appear to have had a significant hand in our survival up to this point. At best, an ally whose motivations remain shrouded in deceit. We should be wary of what such an alliance may cost us. I can only imagine what I could do were I to adopt the biology of a mind flayer. Certainly doesn't seem to have done you any harm. Or rather, you've not yet done me any harm. Still, there are undoubtedly risks to such a transformation. If this is what the fates have offered to aid our cause, then who am I to refuse? I'll take your tadpole. Let's see what it has to offer.
So, we owe our lack of tentacles to one of the very creatures that kidnapped us. At least my lack of tentacles. I'm not sure what's next for you. Don't look at me like that. I know what you're going to say. The answer is no. No. That was before I knew the cost. Before I knew it meant transforming into some grotesque beast. I remember how it hurt when I turned into a vampire. My body writhed and warped while I was utterly helpless. The grip of death owned my heart as it beat its last. I don't want to turn into anything else. I can't do that again. I can't watch my body be taken over. I am not. I just don't want to lose my God's given good looks, really. Wouldn't that be a crime? I'm really not sure. Fuck off! I can tell what you're doing. You will not break me down.
What now?
Someone there?
I am listening.
No time to rest.
I hope this is important. For your sake.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
We must find where Gortash and Orin have established themselves, and take their nether stones.
Lady Shah will be watching, no doubt. Waiting for my return. We should do what we can to find them. What they know could help us.
Excuse me. I can't find my mum. She was sick. She had spots on her face and hands. She went to go get some herbs, and she was supposed to come back the same day. That was last 10 day, though. Guards blow like petards. They don't help us. That means you don't come back. My mum is coming back, though. She's looking for me. If you see her, tell her Yenna's looking for her. It's really scary when you're alone without your mum.
I do not understand why the matrons, sorry, patriarchs, of the city do not open their gates to the refugees. I was not suggesting they be allowed to roam free. They should be put to work. The city needs laborers and fodder to protect it. Yes. And if they work hard enough for long enough, the city might allow them to earn their freedom one day.
Oh, hi. My mum is coming, I think.
It's up there and we're down here.
That's why we need to walk just a little more. One foot in front of the other.
We've been saying that for days. My feet hurt.
Turn back, citizen. No passage in this direction. It's bloodier than a butcher's backyard out there. Piles of dead absolutists, and a few of our own as well. The cultists assaulted the gate, armed to the teeth trying to break in. They nearly had it too, before the Steel Watch intervened. For now, but I can't let you pass. We might have repelled an advance party, but they'll strike again.
There now. You see the city? Up on the hill.
That's why we need to walk just a little more. One foot in front of the other.
We've been saying that for days. My feet hurt.
If I was a Sharon lookout, this is the sort of place I'd wait around. Whatever it is doesn't bode well.
Nearly there now. You see the city? Up on the hill.
That's curious.
My! The fates move in strange and scrumptious ways. I am delighted to see you again. After our little interlude at last light, I was worried you'd gone quite mad. And mine. And mine. Though, one thing I find quite distasteful is being kept outside our intended city. I'd quite like to get inside, but it's difficult to shuffle your way to the top of the queue when you're, well, as big as an ox. But what if I was smaller? More discreet? Maybe then a kind soul might bring me through. Right in their little pocket. Ooh. This day has ended so much better than it started. Now, you don't worry about me. I'll be a good, quiet little apple you can tuck into the corner of your pack. Just until we are inside the city walls. Hail, Cyric! I can't wait to get inside.
Refugees can't stay here in Rivington. They're a danger to all of us.
We've got diseases, and any one of them could be a spy.
Young lady, Shadowheart.
Oh, gods. Not another protester. Go talk to Nestor if you must. I've got plenty on my plate with these mewling geese.
Baldurians! Stand with me against this tide that threatens to overwhelm us.
Please just go home. You're ruining a perfectly uneventful posting with this nonsense.
The Flaming Fists are supposed to protect this good city, but they allow trash and vermin to take our homes and goods. Ah, another visitor, I see. Listen, we keep letting the likes of you in, soon there'll be no room left for any of us true Baldurians. Excuse me? I was born inside the city walls, a Baldurian through and through. Wherever you're from, clearly they don't teach manners.
I'm not paid to debate with civilians.
The excess of refugees outside the city walls could easily become a surplus of laborers.
I'm paid.
Careful, Minthara. As a drow exile, you could be classed as a refugee yourself. Not volunteering, I take it?
I am a daughter of House Bainray. I obey no authority except my own desires.
I can think of at least one Wriggly stowaway who might dispute that.
It's a bigger issue than modesty, dear.
And I'm sure the manic will deal with it.
We're farmers, Chris. What are we gonna do in the city?
Pretty sure they're okay.
Whatever you need, I can't help you. Even talking is painful right now.
After a quick examination, you conclude that your patient is pretending to be wounded. You wonder why?
Really? This isn't necessary. I'm sure there are other people that need your help more urgently. Shh, not so loud. If those lads find out I'm faking, they might go off on their own. They're not ready for that. And frankly, I'd miss them. I don't really have any other friends. And I like those lads. So I think I'll stick around a while more.
Don't know how we're gonna get Grunch into the city, wounded as he is. But we have to. Grunch isn't looking so good now. I know. We need to get into the city.
Hail, friend. Fine day, isn't it? Forgive me, you're in no mood to talk about the weather. Your journey here was a hard one, no doubt. Is this your first time in Baldur's Gate? It's a fine city, isn't it? No better place to hail from. Used to be you'd arrive knowing you'd a full belly and a warm bed waiting for you. Not anymore. These days, there's barely enough to go around. Add the refugees on top and, well, folk aren't feeling too generous. Tensions. That's putting it mildly. Some well-to-dos in the city donated enough to see the newcomers right for the time being. Only they didn't bother helping everyone else. Locals going without while strangers feast. It stoked the fire, all right. Some Baldurians are kicking up a fuss round the front of the barn as we speak. If I wasn't wearing this uniform, I'd walk round there and teach them a lesson they'd never forget. Too bloody right. They've gone soft behind those walls, forgotten what it's like to struggle, living hand to mouth. I say we march round there and slit a few bellies, remind them how much worse things could be. What do you say? Yes, yes, yes! Slit and slice and chop and bleed them. Not a soul left alive.
So, you're the lick-spittle who crushed the Bone Lord's thrall. Have you come begging, sniffing for our stones? Gortash won't like that. A throat his black hand can't choke the spit from. He will tremble at your slaughter. So eager to spill the guts from this city. When you find the Lordling, tell him Orin is watching.
So Orin is a shapeshifter. How long has she been watching?
I guess we could.
What? I'm bushed. I ran for days to get someplace safe, and then found out I'm last in line to get in, because I'm a hobgoblin. As if I could change that.
Grunge into the city with us, what would he do there?
Oh, I think he can look out for himself once he's healed.
Then I guess he better get well. And soon.
We owe Grunge a lot, Neil.
I guess we could call our lives a lot.
I'm not leaving him here. Not for any reason. Grunge isn't looking so good, Neil.
I know, but we need to get into the city.
Can't leave Grunge behind, though. Just can't.
Even if we got Grunge into the city with us, what would he do there?
Oh, I think he can look out for himself once he's healed.
Then I guess he better get well. And soon.
We owe Grunge a lot, Neil.
I guess we could call our lives a lot.
I'm not leaving him here. Not for any reason. Grunge isn't looking so good, Neil.
I know, but we need to get into the city.
Can't leave Grunge behind, though. Just can't.
They wasn't thinking. Starving folk tend not...
And taking their fair shares? Plenty for everyone.
If won't get us fed and watered. We got here first, friend. You're welcome to whatever scraps we leave behind.
Look at that! Finest pie that fruit could have made. Now it's mush.
You remember that spiced apple loaf we had in Waterdeep? Oh, the big one.
If you're here to fill an empty stomach, look elsewhere. Folks swarmed what little was had, stuffing their pockets. Bloody animals.
Take the wood from the cart too. That'll be good for a fire, if nothing else.
Find us bloody keepers, I say.
Bloody savages, a lot of them.
We're as desperate as the rest of these savages. They just had the sense to move quicker than us.
What's that?
They wasn't thinking. Starving folk tend not to.
They just young people and taking their fair share. Plenty for everyone.
Then we should end it on our
If won't get us fed and watered.
Look at that! Finest pie that fruit could have made.
And nothing less.
They spread like locusts. What will happen to them if we attack? So we should do
I share
nothing.
your fear.
Just wait for the next
We
wave.
cannot build plans on fear.
We will have to act.
Rechtei hathran rust. Frey valdisk durovna. Frey vald iskablast.
You've clearly walked into some kind of ceremony, but it's nothing that you recognize. You do recognize the language, however. These people are Gur, a tribe of monster hunters, just like the one you met in the Hag Swamp.
Im orak. Nete. Krasin. Netra. So, the impossible spawn walks among us in the blazing sun. We have been looking for you. The last time your friend came to our camp, he stole our children, our future. When we sent Gandrel after you, we wanted to interrogate you, to discover how to save our children and then destroy you. But things have changed. You have changed. Is it true you left your master? That you broke the spell that binds you to him?
Well, I mean, kind of. It's a long story, honestly.
Free. Not while his master still lives. But he has, perhaps, earned a second chance. We have tried to save our children once already, attacking Khazad-dûr's palace at first light. Even then, it was too well defended. But if his own spawn approached, someone he thought he could control, he would throw his doors open and welcome you in. And once inside, you could do what we could not. You could save the children you damned.
You don't know Khazad-dûr like I do. He's merciless. You want me to march into the lion's den and save your children. But I promise you, they're already dead. I spent 200 years bringing him victims. Each and every one was whisked away to be fed on that night.
But you never saw him feed yourself. He could keep prisoners for days before killing them. If our children are truly gone, then we ask for blood. I know you can understand that, Spawn.
I suppose. Yes. Yes. Revenge, I can do.
Thank you. From me and all my people. If you can do this, we will be in your debt. You have lived a life of violence and sin. You have stolen lives, broken families, and caused immeasurable grief. Doing this will not right those wrongs.
If you're trying to encourage me, you're failing abysmally.
But it will be a start. You may still be redeemed. Please go. Time is short, but we will see you again when it is done.
We do nothing. The innocent will suffer.
There
just
is
the same.
nothing to forgive.
We
It is
have
only
no good
right
choices.
to mourn.
We shed tears today, so we may shed blood tomorrow.
just do not. We need strategy.
Cazador's nest of serpents must be exterminated. Nothing less will do.
If our children still
They need
live,
to be wiped out.
what will happen?
Exterminated. Nothing less will do.
All right, time to skulk about.
What's next?
Before you lies the unconscious body of a mind flayer, glistening and raw.
A newborn. Unattended. How fortunate.
You pick your way silently through the loose rocks and broken masonry until you're a safe distance away.
I can't waste any more time. Let's see what you're hiding. From your pocket to mine. Interesting selection. Well, that's interesting.
Before you lies the...
A newborn. Unattended. Oh, but it is. This one has only just transformed. It is weak, vulnerable. Its potential might go on. Kill it. Just like you did before.
What? No! I've had so little time!
step quick.
What should I do? Have to keep going.
On you.
The creature was born recently. Its mind is still fresh. You can absorb its potential if you consume it.
This was a wonderful idea. Just what we needed.
Your mind of things.
These ill rumors, the food shortages. Speaking of which, I'm surprised you managed to get.
Fine day for it, eh? Got to enjoy things while they last, I suppose.
The circus of the last days has returned. See Dryads, Jinn, and Dribbles the Clown back with a new act.
Oh, God! Are they gonna see it? What happens if they don't see it? Sit? Really? No. No, that just won't do.
We're farmers. No, I'm afraid I must insist you do not pet the hound.
My love, you can't keep being so rude to strangers. It's just a dog.
All the grabbing and touching startles poor Biscotti. I will not apologise for caring about my boy.
Whatever the dog thinks, being here is much better than being out there. Right, my dear?
Well, the children can be a touch grabby, but... yes. You're quite right, my darling. War is no place for a precious little baby like Biscotti after all. Here we are, Griselda.
I may not weep for my home, but I would take a mushroom over a flower any day.
I would have said I admire fungi as well. Until I met such a thing you call a myconid.
Danger to all of us.
We've got diseases. And any one of them could be a slide with the absolute.
Back off and return to your homes. That's an order.
Donations?
Do you know advice? The refugees. If you don't have anything to donate, you can get going. Well, if you must, I suppose it saves me the walk. But if you're gonna do it, hurry up.
I hear you've been given permission to be here. Don't disappoint me.
You best not piss away Manip Nestor's good graces. I hear Worms Rock Prison is rather cold this time of year.
I say, terribly decent of you to come over and exchange pleasantries. Oh, folk come, folk go. It's a little dull, to be frank. The room next door has rather reeked of late, and that's coming from me.
Back off and return to your homes. That's an order.
I cannot tell if you are more a deviant or a debutante, Shadowheart. I would like to test both aspects of your character when next you find yourself alone at night.
I'm not quite sure I like where this is going.
One foot in front of the other.
Seeing that for days. My feet hurt.
I know, little one, but you'll be in a big, cozy bed soon enough.
And you have anything you want for supper.
Oh, if you don't get out of there, I'm going to have to beat you.
Oh, yeah.
Do try the grass, should it take your fancy. Such sweetness should be shared.
I'm not paid to talk. If you want something, speak to Zenobia.
You're in my house. See the city. The house was empty.
Everyone deserves the chance to make some coin.
The place was empty. Keep those thugs away from my family.
Denuvia! Get these squatters out of my house now!
Arthur, sweetheart, you paid me and my boys to be caravan guards, not cattle wranglers. If you want us to get our hands dirty, it'd be our pleasure. But that'll be extra.
I just want to remove these unlawful interlopers from my property.
What do you mean by that?
Shh, sweetheart. Adults are talking. This is guild business, and we'll handle it as soon as we get paid.
Enough of this bickering! You! What's your proposal? You don't exactly look desperate for gold, but I can't help but admire such solid business acumen. Very well. Get the job done, and you'll be paid and be in my good graces.
Do you think you're clever coming in and undercutting us, sweetheart? We were about to make a bit of extra cash before you butted in. You owe the guild a cut.
Is the little dog trying to intimidate us? If it continues to bark, I will snap its neck.
The Guild, a loose coalition unifying every criminal outfit in the city under one collective rule, from cut purses to contract killers.
I think you're overestimating your abilities somewhat. But I haven't got time for this. Come on, boys. We've got places to be.
All's well that ends well, eh? I'm sure the guild will be in touch with any concerns. But you said you'd get rid of them, and I believed you. More fool me. Well, with Zenobia and the others gone, I don't suppose you'll take no for an answer. All right, they can stay. Are you happy now? Now I have to figure out what I'm going to do. A room can wait. After what you've put me through, I need a drink.
Think about it. They're stuck here with no coin and nothing to do.
Heartless scum. I'm a reasonable woman. We could easily work something out in a house this big.
Not quite sure why you stood up for us like that, but I won't say I'm not grateful. Thanks. And may Torm keep you. I am. It's been days since my family slept under a roof. So thank you. At least we'll have some peace now.
Peace? What peace? Haven't you heard there's an army marching towards the city?
Something over there.
Come on, open up.
Traps. Hell, considerate.
Let us send forth our least favorite, to be sure.
Watch your back. Oh dear. Someone's left a trap out for us.
Never a dull moment.
Looks like a trap there. Trap. Looks like a trap there.
Traps. How considerate.
Let us send forth our least favourite, to be sure.
Looks like a trap there.
Right tool will do the trick.
Might be worth checking Arthur's donations. Looks like his generosity's compromised. An ordinary lamp. Not a trace of magic on it.
I don't think the children could cope with being homeless again. To threaten us. To threaten the children. Cinta was trembling. She's not brave, Ben. She's just learned to stay silent to avoid causing trouble. Peace.
Seems simple enough.
Better to be within its walls than without, Martha. At least here we stand a chance.
Now we don't have to leave. I'm gonna build a big house for all the rats. It's gonna be really fancy. You'll see.
I was sure we were about to be evicted.
I don't think the children could cope with being homeless again.
We're lucky there's still decent folk about.
Children. Cinta was trembling.
She'll be all right.
Refugees for hire.
I know.
That's right.
But you'll be in a big, cozy...
There is so much wrong with that name.
Anything you want.
All the treats your tummy can handle.
Never dreamed of.
Think about it. They're stuck here with no point.
That's curious. Looks like a trap there.
Welcome, adventurer. I take it you're new to Rivington. No doubt you came here to choose from my fine selection of weapons. Yes, I seem to have it all. Clubs, swords, maces, bows, cutting and gutting galore. Why don't we see if we can find the perfect weapon for you? I provide a personalised service for my customers to make sure the weapon I choose is the perfect fit. Tell me, how do you like to kill? I see. Playing to your strengths. Keeping things simple. And when you kill someone, what do you feel? I can see it in your eyes, though. You can't help feeling a tingle of pleasure all the same. One more question, if you'll humour me. Do you think you could turn your weapon on those closest to you? This weapon must be fit for every kill, even the ones you never think will come. So, answer me honestly. Could you kill one you loved? There's a killer inside you, isn't there? It wouldn't take much to push you over the edge.
Oh, still rolling in the muck, I see. Gortash knows you are coming. Knows you have the Bone Lord's stone. Do not let him hiss hot air into your worm-weakened brain. Oh, you could kill him. Let him close and make him feel the tickle of your blade between his ribs. Remember, his throat spits lies, but my blade carves the truth. You will read it on your skin soon enough.
She's toying with me. What does she want?
All right. Yeah. You! Try attacking me when my back isn't turned, you bloody coward. Is that so? You've got some evil twin running round whacking people round the back of the head. I'll tell you now, you'll be seeing bloody double when I'm done with you. Spoken like the vicious scum you are.
let the kid go. He wants to teach them.
I don't care how big they were. I'll give them a piece of my mind.
This is great. Think of all the work we can get here.
Oh, hold on. There will be plenty of work in Neverwinter. Safe for work.
Boys ready? They're damn near chomping at the bit. What's the plan?
Look for refugees travelling alone. Or any stupid enough to leave camp.
How are we fixed on supplies? Round off.
No note in the ledger. Where did he get to?
Get in.
Gildra? Oh, a customer. Sorry. How can I help you?
Mark my words. We're on our own.
You didn't even There's no point arguing with the guards. We're not getting past that check.
Got options. Should last us the journey.
They'll run for the damn hills.
No. And let's sneak into the circus. What's the rush, Sob? Can't we stay here for a bit?
With the Absolute's army on its way, not a chance.
What's the harm in one man? Or the Ginny? Ginny are scary!
Don't have the strength to face another 10 day on the road. You'll figure something out.
What do you remember? Eye colour, hairstyle, accent, anything.
Why don't we talk about something straight to the source? Did you try that rifle?
Never thought I'd feel sorry for a flock of
guarding the
pigeons.
checkpoint.
What's the worst that can happen if we get caught sneaking in? They'll sell. At least we'd have a bed.
Worst that can happen is one of those steel watchers stamping us into the dirt.
Complaining to me? Why don't you
Such a
find a
scaredy
different
cat.
delivery service?
The Absolute's army will hear anything.
Sword cause careers or nothing.
What's the worst that can happen if we get caught sneaking in? Such a scaredy cat.
Then you read in the broadsheets.
There's no point arguing with the guards. We're not getting past that checkpoint without the right papers.
You promised me to get inside the city. Say
That
you'll do
might be
whatever
worth a
it
look.
takes.
When will I get to train the dogs again, Miss Mahia?
Woof!
You speak, which means you're not a dog. So, what the hell are you doing in my kennels? Found him, did you? I can't say I'm surprised. Gomwick never kept him on a tight leash. Bring him here, and I'll give him a once-over for you. Check him for worms and so on.
Oh, yes, please, I'd love to see him.
He's a good dog. We'd both love to see him again.
Scratch! Oh, it's good to see you, boy!
Shut up, Dringo, and get back to work. And you've been slacking as well, Scratch, my boy. This dog is property of Sword Coast Couriers. I'll take him off your hands now. I can do whatever I please. He's my dog. Now get out. This is a private yard. You'll do no such thing.
It's not just Scratch. She's always hurting the dogs.
Shut your mouth, Dringo. Last warning. Fine. You think you can do a better job without me? Be my guest. They're a useless bunch of mongrels. You're welcome to them.
If we get caught sneaking in. A few days in a jail cell. At least we'd have a bed. What?
Ah! A new face! Something to send? Don't be shy! Welcome to Sword Coast Couriers. To send and to serve. Delivery not guaranteed. I'm alive and well, aren't I? Earning an honest living, serving my community. I've plenty to be happy about. Though, I will admit it's been tough recently. We've had to cut down our courier routes. Too risky with that army rampaging nearby. I'll tell you, it's left me in a right pickle. I've sent what I can by pigeon, but now something's attacking them and all. Become a postmaster, Danzo. It'll be easy. Nobody mentions having to spend your evenings hunting for pigeon carcasses, do they? Not the foggiest. Normally they fly true as an elven arrow. Something nearby is snatching them. I can tell you that much. Well, if it's not too much trouble, I'd be much obliged. Any letters you find, bring them back to me, unopened, of course, and there's some gold in it for you.
Gortash is being named Archduke. Time to pay Worm's Rock a visit.
Pigeons are very sensitive. They can't fly straight if they're disturbed.
Name and rank? Quickly now! There's a war on! The army? Pah! Those great clodding dirt snufflers! I am Commander Lightfeather, leader of the finest aerial communication regiment this side of the Triumpha! State your purpose, Groundwalker. I don't have all day. Letters? Ah! You mean the top-secret communiques attached by the Tall One. If they didn't arrive, no doubt they were attached to one of our recent casualties. Intelligence is in short supply, but we know our enemies flanked us on the west side, not one rooftop away. We're avoiding the whole area. I won't lose one more beak to the Blighter. If you pass that way, beware the sign of the featherless wings. From that rooftop, none return. I've no need of a wing man. Commander Lightfeather will give you your briefing.
A little wet under the wing for our unit. The commander will soon straighten you out.
Mistress is gone. Mistress is gone! I mean, such terrible news. She will be missed.
Thank you for making Mistress go away. She was horrid.
Get us inside the city. Said you'd do whatever it takes.
It was before I saw the giant metal monsters guarding the checkpoint.
Packed bags for myself and the kids. What's the worst that can happen if we get caught sneaking in? You should do a few days in a jail cell. At least we have a bed.
Worst that can happen.
I know.
One of them still watches trampling us into the dirt.
You're such a scaredy cat.
You don't fit when there's no hot water. You could last a day out there.
If run or sit on my ass praying, and the gods don't give a damn about us.
There's no point arguing with the guards. We're not getting past that checkpoint without the right papers.
You promised you'd get us inside the city. Said you'd do whatever it takes.
It was before I saw the giant metal monsters guarding the checkpoint.
Caught sneaking in. A few days in a jail cell, and at least we'd have a bed.
Worst that can happen is one of those steel watchers stamping us into the dirt.
You're such a scaredy cat.
Crime of passion, secret conspiracy.
And for what? In the name of the crime of
The absolute army will be here any day now.
Stop fretting. The steel
There's
watch
no
will be
point
stopped.
arguing with the guards. We're not getting past that checkpoint without the right papers.
As soon as the promised you'd get us inside the city. Said you'd do whatever it takes.
It was before I saw the giant metal monsters guarding the checkpoint.
What's the worst that can happen if we get caught sneaking in? A few days in a jail cell? At least we'd have a bed.
Worst that can happen is one of those steel watchers stamping us into the dirt.
You should do the same. You're such a scaredy cat.
I don't want to leave.
I know, sweetie. But we'll be safe in the wilds, all right?
The wilds? You throw a fit when there's no more water.
Arguing with the guards.
You wouldn't last a day out there.
Past that checkpoint without the right papers.
Praying. You promised and the gods don't give a damn about it. Said you'd do whatever it takes.
That was before I saw the giant metal monsters guarding the checkpoint.
What's the worst that can happen if we get caught sneaking in? A few days in a jail cell? At least we'd have a bed.
What am I to do?
Why don't we talk about something else? Did you try that right recipe I gave you?
You want to talk about bread?
There must be something.
Point arguing with the guards. We're not getting past that checkpoint without the right
Only will
papers.
be here any day now. I promised you'd get us inside the city.
Fretting.
Said you'd do whatever it
Steelwatch
takes.
will put a stop to them.
As soon as the fighting starts, mark my words, sneaking in. A few days in a jail cell? At least we'd have a bed.
Worst that can happen is one of those steel watchers stamping us into the dirt.
At least let the children in.
Well, hello.
Bags for myself and my kids. Ready by the door. You should do the same. I know, sweetie. You'll be safe in the wild. All right?
We're not getting past that checkpoint without the right papers.
Said you'd do whatever it takes. It's run or sit on my arms praying. And the gods don't give a damn about it. It's the worst that can happen if we get caught sneaking in. A few days in a jail cell? At least we'd have a bed.
Worst that can happen is one of those steel watchers stamping us into the dirt.
If it is for the best.
Why don't we talk about something else? Did you try that rye bread recipe I gave you?
Really? The cult is on our doorstep, and you want to talk about bread?
Mummy?
There's no point arguing with the guards. We're not getting past that checkpoint without the right papers.
You promised you'd get us inside the city. Said you'd do whatever it takes.
That was before I saw the giant metal monsters guarding the checkpoint.
I'm fine. You're the one who took a beating.
I've packed bags for myself and the kids.
Keep your distance down.
You should do the same.
Past that checkpoint without the right papers.
You promised you'd get us inside the city. Said you'd do whatever it takes. In the wild.
At your command.
That was before I saw the giant metal monsters guarding the checkpoint.
You throw a fit when there's no hot
If we get
water.
caught sneaking in.
You wouldn't last a day out
Days in a
there.
jail cell? It's run or sit on my
I've got a long